10 best practice for responsive web designing. Whether you are redesigning or starting from scratch, our 10 tips on responsive web designing will help you create a site that shine any devices. As mobile devices have become the primary way people experience the web, responsive site designing are now the norm. The good news is you no longer need extensive knowledge for HTML, CSS, and other complicated coding language to build a responsive web designing. You are good to go as long as you have a savvy visual web development platform to build with. Whether you are running a responsive designing project or starting from scratch, these tips will help you build a site that works seamlessly or virus scam size and different devices. But first, let's understand that a responsive website is in how it works. What is a responsive website? We consider a website designing responsive when there a consistent desktop to mobile experience. A responsive web you will modify its appearance and interactive elements depending on the devices and screen size used to view it. At the core of this site is modern designing methodology known as responsive and designing RWD that adapts page to the user screen dimension. RWD uses CSS to offer verify style attributed like front image and menu based on the device screen sizes orientation, colors, and other features of viewing devices, CSS, and facilities optimal use for devices viewport. The visible are available on a screen and media acquires allowing web page to modify depending on the viewport, wide and website layout. 10 best practices for responsive web designing. Let's jump to 10 best practice you can incorporate it to optimize your web designing. Responsive designing. Pay attention in your navigation. Adopting responsive web designing has a huge impact on site navigation. Let's take a look at Microsoft website from 2027. All of website pages fit into the navigation on the right side navigation, the front into the bottom right corner is low contrast and the read and the graphics are clunky. Now consider Microsoft Web Design in 2022 and since you are designing for seller mobile screen or designing need to work with shine these new limitation. When Microsoft site transfer to a mobile devices, the ad is optimized for your screen side and the navigation turns into a humbler menu of easy of use. You will generally only have room of 4 and 5 core link in your navigation which affects you site's entire content strategy and information architecture, but sure, their links represent you the place people are almost likely to look for them offer opportunities to dig deeper. Try to simplify your navigational choice and use icons paired with text in page link col- collab- collapsible menu and drop down to get people where they need to go. You can also improve your navigation by making two core pages easy to navigate. Use text of image big fonts that are widely available and used to read and use include language but want to sideboards. Well, those can be tricky. Desktop give us a ton of horizontal space to work with, making it relatively easy to through extra links in a sidebar. But responsive design requires designer to create the simplest path of some to take without destruction. Elimination cider is one way to accomplish this. Plan to content organization before your designing a website without a strong sense of its content structure is like picking out a frame before you create it. Painting, you need to know you will organize the content to see the bigger picture. Content and designing flourish when development is tandem, both elements give each other meaning, so it's important to organize your content clearly. Let's look at example for. As you can see, the designer at Arab base create have blended content and designing together in a well organized infographic. They could have used build point of graphics of the text, but choose to enhance the content with complementary colors and can serve text